Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Tiffany Antoinette, and we are going to get into the movie Tinder Swindler. It is on Netflix. If you don't know, this is going to be a spoiler. I'm going to be telling parts of the movie. So if you didn't see it, maybe you want to see it before you watch me, do that too. But if not, come on baby, let's talk about it. I don't know if you guys have watched it yet. It's on Netflix and it is really, I don't want to say it's really good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. Let me fix this up. It's a pretty good show, and it is about a guy who is basically talking to multiple different women at one time while using them against each other. I guess that's the right words I want to use, right? While using them against each other all at one time. And when I say he's using them against each other, I'm saying he's using them against each other because he is using each one of their finances to finesse the other one and live this lavish lifestyle. Okay, whatever. Let's get into it. All right. My notes. My first note says he didn't give the girls enough time to research them. And I'm like, what does that mean? Well, when I say that, one of the girls started off with saying, like, basically, she researches everybody who she goes out on a date with from Tinder. And that's everybody. That's what the first girl says. But the thing about it was that why I say he didn't give the girls enough time to research him is because he didn't give her, instantly as he reached out to her, like, hey, like, what's up? He was like, yo, you want to meet up for coffee? And she looked at him, she looked at his profile, she thought he was handsome, so she was like, you know, I don't really know this guy like this. I told my girlfriends that I was going to meet up with him, and so that's what I did. And that's what she did. Like, she didn't even know him that well, and she just, like, automatically was like, okay, you know what? Bet I'm going to meet up with him. It's only just for coffee, so, and it's in a public place, so she felt comfortable enough. And she felt comfortable enough because they were only just meeting up for coffee, and she thought it was going to be, like, some quick meetup. Which that's how it turned out. Like, it wasn't nothing that was, you know, it was quick. And he immediately started to, like, talk about his family and where he was from. He's come from a family of diamond people, whatever that means. But immediately she was like, oh wow, he has a family who has fortunes, I guess. He wooed her with that one thing. Like, that was one of the things I was like, were you trying to be like a gold digger, I guess? But yeah, gold digging, whatever. I don't know if I want to call the girls gold diggers, because the way things turned out is like, I don't know if you were a gold digger, girl. But anyway, whatever. Let me just say this. Not that this matters, not that race matters in this situation, but these were all white women that he did this to, and none of these are American women, but these are white women that he did this to. Anyway, so immediately he's like, I'm going away, I'm going on a private jet. And she's like, oh yeah, oh, let me backtrack a little bit. It says, basically, you thought you caught a big fish, but you were the big fish. Because that's basically what he did. Like, you thought you caught a big fish. You thought you were going to go on this trip. You thought you were going away with this man who's, like, immediately, like, floating around like money isn't anything. So the first girl was like a whirlwind romance, like, so because she thought she was just like, oh yeah, we're going to go away on this trip or whatever, we're going to go away. He took her on a private jet with his daughter and his baby mom and his security guards. That's what he said. That's who he that's who he introduced these people to her as, and that's who they thought they were going away with. So they instantly felt more comfortable with him because they were like, wow, what kind of guy takes me out on a trip with his girlfriend, his baby, well, his baby mom and his baby? Like, wow, like this is going to be real deal Holyfield. Huh. Yeah. So that's what he told them. That's how they felt. Like they felt like instantly kind of connected to them, and he pretty much took this first girl on like a whirlwind romance. And she thought it was, you know, like, oh my god, this is like love for real. Sorry if I keep doing that little laugh, because it is kind of funny, because it's like, girl, you only knew him for like a couple hours. Like, he asked you to come on a trip with him on his private jet. He had to leave, and you just like up and was like, oh yeah, I'm gone. Well, I'll even check him out. She texted her girlfriend when her girlfriend's back at home and told him that she was leaving too. So, you know, they went on with it. Then instantly things started to go like she thought they were kind of losing connections. They didn't want to lose connections with each other. So, you know, they're, like I said, they were on this whirlwind romance. She thought she was in love with him. She met up with him a couple times, and she thought that this was it. This was real. As things escalated in their relationship, he was like, all right, let's start to make things a little bit more official so we can always be together. I'm going to make efforts to start to be with you a little bit more. And she's like, okay, perfect. Like, what is he going to do? And he's like, okay, start looking for us an apartment, you know, so we can be together more. And we have somewhere where we could stay together. So she's like, okay, perfect. Like, we're gonna really take this seriously. She thought they were progressing forward in their relationship. Little did she know, this is just part of the plan where he can get her in deeper in to whatever situation, to his plan, whatever. So she's out looking for apartments. And she's out doing all of this stuff, like preparing their life for the bigger picture. Meanwhile, and she's starting to think like, oh my god, this relationship is taking off. We're getting serious. He one night calls her and tells her like, hey, you know, my enemies. He keeps saying he has these like enemies that are looking for him, and she's like, nobody knows who these enemies are. Hell, you know who these enemies are? The women that you swindled. Those are the enemies. So she's like, okay. She's like, he says his enemies are after him because he's in the diamond business. His family is big in the diamond business, remember. So he begins to come to her with his, oh, my bodyguard got hurt. Look at Peter, like they beat him up and all of this stuff. He's telling these women these type of things. Mind you, these are things that he's pretty much doing to all the women eventually at some point in their relationships with him. So this isn't just that he did this one time. He eventually does this to all the women. Like, he has this big thing like his bodyguard, and his bodyguard is like hurt or whatever. Oh, you have to help me help Peter, you know, they're trying to get us, you know what, so for security measures they shut down all of my credit cards and I'm in big trouble and I need help. You know, so she's like, oh my god, like my boyfriend's in trouble, he needs help. He said he needs money just to make it through the next couple of days. And this is where it comes in at. He needs your money. A family of billions who is in the diamond industry needs you sitting at home, you who just has the average house, average lifestyle, average everything. He needs your money to help him get out of this situation. Now, mind you, this girl, she's on a whirlwind romance with him. So she's believing everything he's saying, like taking it for fact, for real. Okay. So she's believing it as that is fact. This is what my note says. It says, now I know I did some dumb shit. Me, Tiffany. Like, I know I did some dumb shit. But that you know that I ain't about to give you none of that stuff. You ain't even about to get none of that. Because it would have been, oh, Peter hurt? Oh, Peter needs, Peter's hurt? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to listen to you tell me about Peter. But then at the end of the day, I'm going to be like, y'all need some money. Oh my God. Your daddy cut off your cards. Oh my God. It's a security. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. Because I'm about to hang up on your ass. Because I ain't got no money to give you. Ain't got no money. I ain't got no money to give you for you and Peter to secure your lifestyle for the next couple of days while y'all get your shit together. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't gonna happen, it ain't gonna happen, and it ain't gonna happen. So, I mean, like I said, again, not trying to say anything negative about her doing what she did, because, you know, she thought she was helping out her boyfriend, helping out a friend. You know, I am very helpful, I think, but I ain't helpful when it comes to the money, because let me say, he must have picked the right, he must be picking the right people, because baby, you call me and tell me you in some trouble with some money, I'd be like, oh my God, me too. Me too, they after me too. My enemies, they after me too. They calling me every day. They call me every day, they want something, okay? I'm in trouble too. Sally Mae called me every day. We in trouble. Fannie Mae, we in trouble. I'm just saying, don't hit me when we in trouble. Oh, I got enemies. Me too, I got enemies too. So he's in trouble, and she's like, oh, what can I do? He says, oh, take out an Amex. Apply for Amex. Let me tell you what creditors to apply for. Not only telling her what creditors to apply for, but also telling her to, giving her fictitious, oh, she's applying for these credit cards that she doesn't even make enough money for. Like, cause you know, he's running through these credit cards quickly. He's getting private jets, he's getting this and that, he got this and that. Yeah, all the stuff. He is flying through this money quick, because the money that he's taking to be lavish with one lady, the money that he is using to be lavish with one lady and wooing her just like he wooed that one girl, the first girl, he's doing that with the next girl. So he needs this money. Hey, not even at any of these, some of these girls weren't even like girlfriends. Like one of the girls was like, we were just friends and I did this for him anyway. But how he's doing these ladies that with all this materialistic stuff and all of that is how they're like, oh, I need to help my friend. So they're going in and they're helping him out. He's maxing out these credit cards quickly. He tells this lady that hey, the credit card you gave me is maxed out. Can you ask for an you know, when you want to increase your limit, can you ask to increase your limit? And she's like, Peter, she's telling this guy, his name is, I forgot what his name is. She's like, I can't do that. I can't ask them to increase the limit. I don't have any more. They said I don't have any more money on there. Whatever. So he gives her money back and is like, here, put this on the card. So she puts the money back. Oh, thank you for giving me back my money. You've given me more than what I was supposed to get back. All of that stuff. Yeah. But then he turns around and he then maxes out the card again. And then you thinking like, oh, he gave me back my money last time, so he's going to give it back to me again. Baby, that ain't what he doing. He not fitting to give it back to you again, because he goes around, he's maxes out these cards again, and he says, hey, I need more money. Can you get me some more money? You know, my enemies are after me. I need you to help me, blah, 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 blah. So the girls go out, they help him because his enemies is after them. And when they do that again, they're like, okay, you have in your mind that he helped you out this one time. I mean, he gave you back your money this one time. He's going to give it back to me again. And that is not the case. So the girls go in and they're like, okay, well, we need more money. So she says, I can't increase my limit anymore. I don't have that type of money. I don't have that type of funds. This is the first girl still. He did this to multiple girls, but I'm still pretty much talking about the first girl, because the first girl was like, he was like, here, I'll get you a pay stub that says you make X amount of dollars. And she's like, but I don't make this much. And he's like, well, like, she said, I think she said he got her a pay stub saying basically she made like $90 an hour or something. It was something wild. Whatever. So he gets her that money. He gets her to he gets her to lie on the forms, and she lies on it. And you know, she's doing this to multiple creditors, telling them that she makes this exorbitant amount of money that she does not make. And she's getting him approved for the loans while he has her credit card, and while he's out here maxing it up, living a life. So after a while, she's like, okay, he's kind of like dwindling off. This is the first girl. Like, he's kind of dwindling off, not talking to her as much. And she's like, what the hell is going on? Like, I need to find out what's up with him. You know, he owes me a lot of money. He's been out here using my credit cards. Like, I know he's in trouble. I want to help. But look, I got to find out, when is he going to give me back my money? Because these creditors are starting to call me and starting to look for their money. So he tells her that he's going to give her the money. Can you meet up with her? Can you meet up with her to give her the money? So she flies to wherever he is. I mean, I was like, people taking all these flights to meet up with this dude for money? Like, this is amazing. Like, you borrow money from me, come to me and give me back my money. This is wild. So she flew out to meet him to get her money back from him. And she said she can tell from that moment that, like, he was real cold to her, kind of like not dealing with her. So she kind of felt like this relationship is over a little bit. So he gets her money back. And when he gets her money back, he writes it in a check. So she's like, you know, all right. So flies back home, knows that this relationship is kind of pretty much over, because he's acting a little strange to her at this point. And she's like, I didn't do anything to hurt his feelings. I didn't do anything to make our relationship turn sour. So, you know, all I did was do everything he asked me to do, and now he's acting funny. Of course he is, girl, because that's what they do. Anyway, so calls him. She puts the check in her bank account and tells him, like, basically, like, thank you. It was for more than what he it was for more than what he owed her, like always. It was for more than what he owed her. And she was like, thank you so much. Went back home to try to cash the check, and waited for a couple days. You know, it's like, I think she said that he took a loan out for $250,000 when it was all said and done. $250,000. This is the first girl. $250,000 in loans. And he basically, she waited for it to cash, and she kept calling the bank, finding out what's going on. And they said, man, we're not going to cash this check. She was, you know, hurt. Called Peter, told him, not Peter, what the hell is this man's name? Called this man, called the scammer, and told him they're not going to cash the check. The bank said they're not going to cash the check. What are we going to do? And he said, well, I gave you the money. Hello? Hello? Did you hear me? They're not going to cash my check, honey. They're not going to cash the check you gave me. They said they're not going to do it. Well, I gave you the money. She could not believe it. She was in such disbelief. Like, this is wrong. This is wrong. She was so stressed out. She called Amex and told them what happened. Amex was like, don't move. We're coming to you. Like, what? They're coming to me. She said Amex showed up at her house to go over what happened. Showed up at her house. Showed up. That would have, baby, I would have thought they were showing up with the cops. I would have showed up at her house to find out what happened. They pulled out a picture and they said, is this the guy? How they know? How y'all know? How y'all know? How y'all know? They know because they said, girl, he is a professional. This is what he does. This is his career. His career criminal and scamming women on and taking their money. She was heartbroken. Not only was she heartbroken, she called him up and was like, Peter. She called him up. What the hell is this man's name? She called him up and said, Peter is the bodyguard. Just keep that in mind. Okay. She called him up and told him, like, how could you do this to me? They're not going to cash a check. They're not going to do anything. They pretty much said you're a criminal and this is what you do. Heartbroken. Then she said, after that, he said, he started to threaten her, basically, like threaten her life, threaten her family. He knew where she lived and all of her family lived. So she was scared. Like, she was scared, like, this man is going to come try to harm me. This is my fault. Kind of like this man is going to try to, or just harm me or harm my family members. He knows everything about me and I don't know anything about him. She's realizing that because everything she knows is pretty much a lie. After all that point, you just want to think like everything that man told me was a lie. So she said everything he said was just a lie. So she doesn't know this man at all now, she realizes, and she's not going to get her money back. He's not going to give her money back. He already threw her away pretty much because he was already on to the next girl, for real. Heartbroken. You know what I felt like for her? I felt the moment when she said, I had to check myself. I think she said I had to put a 72-hour hold on myself. Like, I went to a psychiatric ward because I was so out of it. Like, she even thought about, like, she was talking about as she drove down the road, she even thought about like riding into the other end of the road because she just wanted to be over, get this situation done with. Like, she wanted to end herself. Right. Now, mind you, here comes the second girl. Her story is much similar to the first girl. It's pretty much the same thing, but only thing that was different about her is that she never wanted to date him. She never seen any type of romantic relationship with him. Only thing she wanted to do was she was like, we could just be friends. Like, let's be friends. They were such good friends that he even brought his girlfriend to meet her, which was like, his girlfriend was some type of model or something at the time, I believe. He brought his girlfriend to meet her, and they all hung out and they would go on trips, lavish trips together. And I don't know, they were all going on like these lavish trips together. And mind you, this is all while the first girl was couldn't figure out what was going on with her money and what he was doing with her money. Lavish trips. Lavish trips. And the second girl, same thing. Like, he does this whole bodyguard thing. Not only does he do the same thing, but he takes like the same pictures, he sends them the same videos, like saying I love you, I miss you, to all these women. It's all the same things. These are like, basically, it feels like after a while that he is basically going off of a script like that he has for these women, and how he's going to pretty much scam them, like how he's going to present himself to them, and how he's going to go about requesting money from them. The girls, like, these two girls met up and they've exchanged all their information, and all the messages were pretty much the same. The videos were the same. The pictures were the same. Everything was the same. Let you know he was doing this multiple times to multiple different women. It was nothing that was too different. In my notes it says this girl was the second time dating somebody who was into the diamond industry. I already told you guys that he wasn't really a girlfriend. She was hanging out with him and his model girlfriend. Yes, because she was not for real with him. And I think he scammed this lady out of $45,000. Yeah. Now what they did was, the first girl went out and hired a detective. Like, she got so tired of the shit, like she went out and hired a detective. When she hired a detective, the detective, like, first was like, she told a newspaper and thought that they could help her kind of figure things out, and they were going to write a article and do a piece on him. And that's when they found out about the second girl, the other girl, and then the third girl. They found out all these people basically off of flight transcripts, and that is basically how he pretty much not got caught, but that is pretty much how he kind of got caught. So the second girl came up, and they found her through a flight transcript. And like I said, these women, like the second girl was like, people think that we were gold diggers. I wouldn't say we were gold diggers, and I must agree with her, because I was like, I wouldn't say maybe your intentions was like, oh my god, I'm about to get flued out. No, their intentions were at the beginning like, oh my god, this guy has a lavish life, he's doing it big, I want to hang out with him, I want to be in his circle, I want to be in his universe, whatever, any kind of way. Because I said the first girl thought she was his girlfriend, the second girl thought they were just friends. But he wound up doing the same thing to the second girl and got 45,000. I think it was 45,000. I don't even write that one down. I think it was about 45,000 from the second girl, because she really wanted to help him. And she said the same thing, like, hey, after a while, like, he asked her for more money. I want to say she was more like no nonsense. That's because she wasn't in love with him, and she wasn't in all of that type of nonsense with him. And it feels like the second girl, she just had a lot of her own stuff going on. This is her second diamond guy, whatever. She just sounded like she just kind of knew the game. Like, that's how come she didn't get swindled out of as much money. So she only gave him $45,000. And he told her again, he killed me, talking about something, meet you and you got my money. That's not how that worked. Anyway, so he tells her to meet him, and she's like, cool, I'm going to meet you. I'm going to meet you in Switzerland. I forgot where they met up at, but she flew out to meet him, and he gave her his watch. It was like, take this to a pawn shop and get your money back. I'd be goddamn, because I'd be like, you want me to go to the pawn shop and you supposed to be giving me my money back? It's just so weird to me. Like, maybe that's another part, because I'll be like, well, come with me. What I look like going to the pawn shop with your shit. Nah, dog, come with me and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. That would be me. Come with me and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing here. Maybe you just so happy, maybe they were just so happy that they were getting their money back, which hell, I would have been too, if you would have been telling me, oh, you about to get your money back, so I'm about to give you my watch. But I'm telling you, I would be like, okay, babe, come to the pawn shop with me. He would have had to spit me some old other kind of bogus nonsense after that. Maybe like, oh, the pawn shops where you live at is going to give you more money back. So, nah. You can go to a pawn shop when you get back home. But anyway, so she takes the watch to a pawn shop thinking she gonna get her money back out of this. No. Took that watch back to the pawn shop and got no money back. Ain't nothing happened. The watch was a fake, and he is a liar, like he been being a liar. But this is the thing about him, everything ain't fake. And you know why I say everything ain't fake? Because that third girl lets you know that everything ain't fake. Because there was a third girl who worked at fashion houses, who he did the same thing to. to both of them other ladies. And this third girl, she worked at a fashion house, and he told her, you know, his enemies was after him. Enemies, child. The enemies. My enemies, my enemies. All y'all, my enemies, my enemies, my enemies. My enemies, my enemies. Okay, anyway, sorry. That was, if you ain't never had listened to the Eve album, that's it, baby. Anyway. So his enemies are after him. But just so happened, this third girl, she was on a plane, seen that article from the first and the second girl, and hit her up on Instagram right after she got off her flight, because she was on her way to go see him. Hit her up on Instagram like, hey, I think y'all talking about my boyfriend. Now mind you, this girl, she sent him the article like, look, is this true about you? And he was like, nah, baby, that ain't true. Come on down. Come on where I'm at. Come on to where I'm at. So she's like, all right. My baby said that ain't true. That's a lie. But she smartened up while she sat on that plane. That was the best thing for her, because you know how sometimes you don't act instantly. Like you sit with your thoughts for a minute and you be like, I don't believe him. And it's the best thing that you can't use your phone like how you supposed to use your phone. So she had to wait. Until the flight landed. And that was the best thing for her, because when that flight landed, she had a game plan set up. He was like, oh, my enemies are after me. Basically, I have all of this stuff I need to get rid of. And she was like, let me help you. How about this? You have a lot of nice clothes. Maybe if you sell some of your clothes, you can get some money back. I can help you out with that. And that's exactly what she did. She helped him out. She told him, I'm going to sell all your stuff so you can get your money back. She sold that stuff and kept all that money. And that's what I said. Now you really done came up on something. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back, guys. I thought my makeup was going to be looking hella trash, because I was over here doing too much talking and I'm not focusing on my makeup. But it don't look too bad. And I haven't been doing my makeup in a very long time. But anyway, so the third girl was third girl was actually having really generous to him as well. I messed that up. I had to take my time. So the third girl was being really generous as well. The third girl, she had I can't really remember where I left off at, but I do know I was saying she had got him back pretty good. But let me tell you, so the third girl, she had took out loans for him as well. He was asking her like questions like, how about this? How about you because this is a time where he's a little more desperate. He was asking her like, oh, can you sell your house so you can get me some money? Can you sell your car? Sell your car so get me some money so I could pretty much live this lavish lifestyle. I don't know what that man was asking her, but he was tripping, because the moment he would ask me, can I don't know what made these women keep talking to this man, because the moment you would ask me to sell my house, sell my car, sir, you don't care how I get to work. You don't care how I do my daily life doings. Do you care about me? Because anybody who care about me ain't gonna ask me to sell my house or sell my car. Thank God this girl has sense. Oh, what I was saying was that basically she was on a flight, and because she was on a flight, she had to turn off her phone and everything. So that gave her time to text him back and kind of like concoct a plan in her head, because she sat back on that flight and was like, I gotta figure out a plan. I gotta get my money back, because I don't think I'm gonna get my money back, because I just read an article that says use a scammer, and you've been scamming all these women. So, and you borrow money from me as well. You, matter of fact, you borrowed $140,000 from me. That's how many loans I took out for your ass. So she knew at that point she wasn't gonna get her money back. So she was like, all right, I gotta think about something. I gotta come up with a plan. I gotta get my money back, whatever. So she came up with a plan to pretty much not steal. She didn't steal. I had to find out a plan how I'm gonna get my money back from him. I gotta convince him of something that I can do for him so I can get my money back. You know how much his stuff was worth. His you know, all his stuff was worth. But I will say it's kind of sketchy because that first girl said she sold his watch. She tried to take his watch to a pawn shop, and the pawn shop said this watch is fake. So how much could she rely on his clothes being actually authentic? But whatever, she went on and she was like, I got an idea. I'ma sell your clothes. So that's what she did. She went on, my thing is beeping. She went on and she sold all his clothes, and he was calling her, threatening her again, being all possessive, like, I need my money back. I need my money. When you gonna give me money for my clothes? And she was like, I didn't make anything yet. I don't know yet. She was giving him all the excuses in the book, all the runaround that he'd been giving all these other women. She did it right back to him. And to the point where, though, he was threatening her and she was scared, but she never gave him back his money. She kept all the money. Of course, I would too. You owe me $140,000. Nigga, debt is still due. Money due. Okay? So, yeah, that was what happened with him. And he never get his money back from her, which was the best idea. She had the best plan. She came up with the best idea to get her stuff back. But the pain and the thought of somebody stealing from you like that, I'm pretty sure you can never get over that. That is a wrap on that. But she wound up getting her money back, and that is the end of that was pretty much the end of the Tinder Swindler. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of guys out here who do the same thing. I'm not on Tinder. I'm a married woman. I don't know nothing about that life, and I don't want to know nothing about that life. Because baby, you swindle me, it ain't gonna be good. I'm be upset. I'm be crying. I'm be here crying. I can't say I'm be doing much more than that. But none of these women got their money back pretty much, and whatever they did get back, I would. Oh, and you would think that he went to jail. He out here dating another model. He on IG. You could look him up. He out here living his life of luxury. And I don't know how another woman could date him. Because another woman, like, girl, like, you know what he just did to all these other women? So foul, so foul. But you know how women, you know how we are. We won't stick together. We won't be like, nah, we always think we can help a wounded bird. And that is ridiculous. So yeah, that was it. If y'all watch Tinder Swindler, get down in the comments. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me everything, how y'all feel about it. But it was pretty good. I thought it was good. It was nice. It was a nice lengthy movie. I don't think it was series. I'm pretty sure it wasn't series. It was a movie. But if you guys get a chance to watch, let me put this over here. I'm trying to watch my girl. Y'all know that, right? So if you guys get a chance to watch the Tinder Swindler, please do it. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the movie. Tell me what would you do and how would you find yourself here. I can't see myself there, but I ain't been on a dating scene in a very long time. So, but y'all tell me what y'all thought about the Tinder Swindler. I'm just so curious. I was like, how you get swindled out your own money like that? Going on loans? Look, I'll let you borrow $100. I'm on that ass. I'm just saying. So I can't imagine thousands, hundreds of thousands. I don't see it. But more power to you. All right, y'all, next time, y'all know, comment down below, like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to show me some other, if you want to tell me some other videos to watch so I can review them for you, let me know. I'm going to get better. It's only going to get better at this. So I'm going to try to do this every couple times. I've done Handmaid's Tale in the past. I've done other ones. So tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is your girl, Tiffany Antoinette. And till next time, guys. Bye-bye.